Hi there guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the recently discovered alien site. Now this site is massive and it contains a few different things than we've seen in the past. So to get there you'll need to head to HIP 19026. Now this is a little bit away from the human globe but it isn't too far. So once you get to the actual place you'll need to go to planet B1C. This is this planet down here, so it's a little bit away. Once you get into there, you need to head to the planet and go to coordinates -17 to -151. So on approach to the planet you will start seeing a green kind of blob. When you get a bit more closer you'll see something like this. Now it very looks like a sort of volcano in the middle with a kind of outside sort of wall that spreads out in sort of a concentric circle as such. You can get your ships into that sort of brown section around the outside, as this is a absolutely huge site. In the middle it's kind of like a volcano and you can actually get in a buggy right into the top of that. So between the outside sort of perimeter wall and the volcano section there's a kind of soil section, and in here we've noticed that there is a couple of scavenger drones that go around. Now these drones are the first time we've actually seen something moving at these sites, as they've normally been quite inactive. Now these drones are not clear what they're doing, but they do seem to be burrowing underground now and then, and they do seem to be collecting stuff. For those who are wondering, you can actually attack these scavenger drones and they will drop a few materials, but be careful because sometimes they can be grouped in quite large numbers, and also they do actually do a fair amount of damage. So just be careful if you do start attacking them. I know not every commander out there will want to actually attack these, but this is kind of the first time we can interact with them. So like I said, if you do have a look, you'll see you get a few various materials here like unknown weight data, energy cells, organic circuitry and so forth. So this stuff is bound to be used by our engineers at a later date. For the time being we can't actually use it, just be able to actually collect it. So if you decide to have a look at the summit right in the very center of this alien site, you can actually get right into the very middle. It's again pretty dark up there. There don't appear to be any signs of sort of life as such up here. So this is in the very center of it, which is kind of narrows into a sort of hole. But there is something up here which is a data points, and these data points you can scan as normal. They're kind of like things that are attached onto the wall. This one I've already scanned. I think there's a second one up here as well, and these give you a bit of information. They also give you a couple of materials or scan data for your engineers again, I guess. So just bear that in mind. There are quite a lot of these up-like devices buried all over the place. I think there's about 7 or 8 if I believe. So if you come down the summit bit you can actually go into a cave as such. You'll need an unknown artifact to open them, I think. You have to store that on your buggy, which is going to cause troubles. Unfortunately I didn't void these sort of whatever they were on the floor, so whoops. Anyway, so as you can see there, the door kind of opened and you can go into a kind of little mini room. There is another kind of data beacon here to scan, so that's something to bear in mind. And I think there's about 4 or 5 caves I believe. So this is kind of the first time we've actually seen a cave idea actually in Elite. But don't get too excited, these caves aren't particularly large, and also as you approach nearer to this kind of alien device, you'll start noticing your buggy will start suffering some hull damage. So over time that's going to get quite considerable and you'll end up having to repair your SRV, especially if you're carrying an unknown artifact which also causes damage to your system. But like I said, at the moment that seems to be the only way we can open these doors to get into a little bit more. Whether these cave areas will expand in time is a good question. Whether there's more underneath, whether something's going to happen here. This could be the site of something big launching. So another strange thing at this site is something that happens in the menu. So when you go to actually quit the game, you'll get a message like this. So you'll say you're currently in a dangerous region. For your own safety your vehicle will be moved outside this region when you return. If you do not want automatically to be moved, please move your vehicle out of the region. So I find that very strange and I've never seen that message myself yet. So that could imply something big is going to go down at this site sooner or later. Like I said, so that's another thing just to bear in mind, which I noticed. So I would highly suggest checking this site out if you haven't already done so. I would do it either in solo or in the Mobius group, because there's a good chance in open that you will get attacked. That just seems to be quite a common thing. So you can actually gather a few materials as well here. Whether that's going to be used for the engineer, I was just guessing at that point, but I'm pretty sure that's where they're going to be heading for this. Whether this is going to be the start of the whole Fargan series of events is yet to be arranged, but with the amount of effort Frontier have put into this, I could see this being a very important site for some reason. At the moment there doesn't seem that much going on at it, apart from them drones seem to be just collecting stuff. I will keep looking into it and see if there's anything changing there. If you have any thoughts or suggestions on this video, please leave them below. Do you think this is going to be the start of the Fargan events? Do you think the Fargans are going to be hostile? So far the Fargans, what we've seen, haven't been hostile directly. They've kind of shut our ships down, but they haven't directly done any damage to us, essentially. Like I said, if you do like the video, please leave a like. That really helps me. Another big thing that helps me, if you haven't already done so, is subscribing to the channel. A big thanks to everybody who has done that. Thanks guys, that really means a lot to me. Anyway guys, I think that's it for the time being. Take care and have fun out there.